Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. I am Anthony Momodu. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Niconsat. Special Advisor to President Bola Tinubu on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, says the president can go wherever he likes as he is still observing his 2 weeks leave. These followed criticism trailing Tinubu's trip from the United Kingdom to France. In a post via X, Onanuga said President Tinubu was on leave and could travel wherever he chose. The national chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, has expressed deep sorrow and sent condolences to the group chief executive officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, over the tragic loss of his daughter, Fatima Kyari. In a message signed by his chief press secretary, Edwin Olofu, Dr. Ganduje described the passing of Malam Kyari's daughter as a great loss, not only to the family, but also to all who knew and loved her. He also prayed for Allah's mercy and comfort for the bereaved family, urging them to take solace in the knowledge that their daughter's journey on earth has been completed. A federal high court in Lagos fixed November 1st for ruling on an application filed by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission for final forfeiture of $2.045 million, 7-choice landed property and shares linked to former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele. Justice Dende Dikpo-Olu will also rule on the application filed by Emefiele to challenge the jurisdiction of the court to entertain the forfeiture proceedings. The court had on August 25, 2024, authorized the EFCC to temporarily take custody of the Emefiele's funds and assets. Kogi State Governor Usman Ododo has emphasized the role of the media in ensuring the dissemination of accurate information and promoting transparency in governance. The governor underscored the importance of a well-informed public and the media's responsibility in providing reliable information. Ododo stated that the media is a powerful tool for shaping public opinion and holding governments accountable. Another university may be added to the pool of existing ones following the passage for first reading by the House of Representatives of a bill to establish the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Federal University of Nigerian Languages. The bill, sponsored by the Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu and 8 others, is aimed at establishing a university for the promotion of the learning of Nigerian languages. The President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has declared that market forces would stabilize the price of fuel soon. Akpabio, who made the declaration during media briefing, hinged the market forces on deregulation, said, of which, according to him, would not lead to a significant increase in fuel price. Kikelomo Okere has details.
President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, explained that the removal of the petroleum subsidy is a necessary step to redirect funds to more critical areas. Akpabio, who spoke in response to a question on the recent fuel prices by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, stated that the removal of subsidy means Nigeria will need to tighten their belts.
If you look at, I haven't actually assessed what is happening in terms of pump price increase, but it's not pump price increase, it's deregulation. If you are taking away the continuous subsidy and then you want people to pay for the actual price of what we consume, it means if you have 5 cars, you will now use 1 or 2. You understand? It simply means that you are going to stop the idea of subsidy in order to make sure that the monies are used for other things.
He added that an increase in product availability will eventually lead to lower prices. Kike Lomo Ukiri, Global Television News.
Detained Binance Holdings executive Tigran Gambaryan has been granted an opportunity to receive medical treatment at a standard hospital in Abuja under security supervision. Justice Emeka Nwite of the Federal High Court Abuja ordered the Nigerian Correctional Service to refer Gambaryan to a standard hospital in Abuja for treatment for a period ranging from 3 days to 2 weeks under security supervision. This came after Justice Nwite refused Gambaryan's fresh bail application on medical grounds, stating that the renowned Nigerian medical experts are already managing the second defendant's health. The Kaduna State Independent Electoral Commission Chairman Hajara Mohammed says there is no plan by the Commission to rig the forthcoming local government election in the state. She further cautioned politicians to refrain from violence and hate speech during the election period. The chairman made these comments during the stakeholders engagement and sensitization meeting, urging all political parties to support the officials assigned to their constituencies in conducting free, fair, peaceful, and credible elections. The Lagos State University Teaching Hospital has gotten a Center for Advanced Neonatal Studies. A statement by LASU revealed that the innovative initiative was spearheaded by its Department of Pediatrics. The new center aims to position LASUD as the leading force in neonatal healthcare training in Nigeria and the sub-Saharan region, reinforcing the institution's status as a pioneer in qualitative healthcare development. The Chief Judge of the Federal High Court of Nigeria, Justice John Toso, has rejected the recusal request of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, seeking reassignment of his case to another judge for trial. At the hearing on September 24th regarding the 7-count terrorism charges brought against him by the federal government, Kanu expressed a loss of confidence in the trial judge, Justice Binta Nyako, and requested her recusal. Justice Nyako agreed to the request and stated she would send Kanu's case file back to the Chief Judge for reassignment. The government of Namibia has sought the help of the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in its fight against corruption in the country. This was just as it declared that because Nigeria is leading in the fight against corruption in Africa, it needs to share its remarkable achievement in fighting corruption. According to a statement cited on the Commission's website, the partnership is aimed at exploring training opportunities as well as sharing expertise with personnel of the Namibia Anti-Corruption Commission in the fight against corruption. The Court of Appeal in Abuja has affirmed the clearance of a member of the House of Representatives, Al-Hassan Ado Dugua, over alleged culpable homicide. A 3-member panel of the justices of the appellate court, led by Justice Adebukola Banjoko, dismissed the Kano State government's appeal of a similar judgment of the Federal High Court for lack of merit. 4 youths have been killed in Plateau State following an attack by gunmen in Bokos local government areas of the state. It was learned that the victims were working at a mining site in the Batura community when the gunmen attacked them around 9 p.m., killing 4 persons on the spot. The president of the Batura Youth Movement, Sebastian Magid, confirmed the killings in a statement. Magid says the gunmen also injured 5 other persons during their attack before they fled the area. You're watching News Cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. When News Cycle returns, over 1 million more Nigerians hit by severe food crisis in 2024. Details of these and more after this break. To stay with us. Welcome back from the break. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcast of News Cycle. Thank you for staying with us. In business, the federal government of Nigeria has generated 103.7 billion naira in revenue from the electronic money transfer levies in the first half of 2024. According to data from the Central Bank of Nigeria Statistical Bulletin, this represents 7.55% increase compared to 96.44 billion naira collected during the same period in 2023 of last year. This figure shows the growing use of digital payment platforms and a higher volume of electronic transactions as more Nigerians and businesses embrace digital banking solutions. Nigeria is facing a worsening food security crisis with more than 1 million additional people experiencing severe food insecurity in 2024 compared to the previous year. This is according to the recently released Food Security Update report by the World Bank. The report indicated that Nigeria, alongside Ethiopia and Yemen, witnessed a significant rise in the number of people facing acute food shortages. China announced that it will issue special bonds to support its faltering economy and revealed that it has $325 billion that can be deployed over the next 3 months to shore up the property market, ease local debt, and bolster banks. The measures announced at a highly anticipated press conference by Finance Minister Lan Fuan and other officials come on top of a series of recent steps, including interest rate cuts and increased liquidity for banks. China's economy has been hampered by a years-long property sector crisis and persistent low consumer spending. The National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure is setting heights on becoming Nigeria's leading innovation and technology transfer agency. According to its Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Khalil Halilu, NASENI's Director of Information, Olusegun Ayonikon, disclosed this in a statement. According to the statement, Halilu expressed his commitment to transforming NASENI's role in the technological landscape. The immediate past chairman of the Poultry Association of Nigeria, Ogun State, Blessing Alawode, has called on the government to fight insecurity and remove multiple taxation to create an enabling environment for the farmers to thrive and keep feeding the nation. Alawode expressed worries over what he termed insecurity and the rise in the cost of feeds, as it's making many farmers shut down and throw their workers back into labor market. She maintained that the government must rise to the challenge and ensure that there is adequate security for the farmers to carry out their farming activities, saying that the growing kidnapping cases across the country cause for concern. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security is empowering over 25,500 youths and women in agriculture entrepreneurship across the Niger Delta states. Speaking to newsmen during the technical working session on group savings and loan and record and bookkeeping in Owerri, Imo State capital, the National Project Coordinator, Dr. Abiodun Sani, says the working session under the Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprises Niger Delta project is being funded by International Fund for Agricultural Development. He says participants were drawn from across the 6 states of the Niger Delta. On the foreign scene, the Israeli military warned residents of South Lebanon not to return to their homes as troops continue fighting Hezbollah militants in the area. Military spokesperson Avakei Andre says Israeli forces continue to target Hezbollah posts near their villages. In a separate post, Andre reiterated an earlier call for health workers and medical teams in southern Lebanon to avoid using ambulances, claiming they are being used by Hezbollah fighters. King Charles has confirmed that it is up to the Australian people to decide whether the country remains a constitutional monarchy or becomes a republic. Ahead of the King's visit to Australia next week, the Australian Republic movement exchanged letters with Buckingham Palace officials, writing on the King's behalf. Correspondence from the palace says that whether Australia becomes a republic is a matter for the Australian public to decide. Let's jump into the exciting world of sports. Edo Queens will take on Abia Angels on the 12th of October 2024 in the first quarter-final game of the 4th edition of the Bestie Opaseki Women Football Tournament. The other quarter-final games will have Heartland Queens confront Benin Republic's Espoir FC. Bayelsa Queen take on Fortress Ladies, and Nasarawa Amazons battle Remo Stars Ladies. Meanwhile, 4 teams, Niger Rattles FC of Mina, FC Robo of Lagos, Delta Babes of FC, and Braveheart FC that failed to qualify for the quarterfinals got 750,000 naira each as consolation prizes. 2 more will join on Saturday. And moving to Stamford Bridge, Cole Palmer has been voted the EA Sports Player of the Month for September 2024. The announcement made via the official EPL website confirms that Palmer led the Premier League in both goals and goal involvement during September, scoring 5 times and providing 1 assist in just 4 appearances. Palmer's most remarkable feat came during Chelsea's 6-1 victory over Brighton, where he set a new Premier League record by becoming the first player to score 4 goals in the first half of a match. That's it on News Cycle, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on DSTV channel 365, Star Times channel 276, and free to air on Nikonsat. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. I am Anthony Momodu. Thank you for watching.